What the?
Okay, I'm gonna turn this down. We listen to that lo-fi, the beats for studying too, that classic. Let me go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. Let's get that turned down. All right, so if you can hear me, we're live. We're gonna be talking a little bit about Chainsaw Man tonight, and we're gonna be talking a little bit about other stuff, playing some games, hopefully. Thinking about playing some No More Heroes in a second. Main thing is for the current moment, I'm trying to let me pause this really fast, and hopefully everybody's doing good out there. Okay, so let's talk about some things. Let's talk about some important situations going on in the anime world. So last week I went and saw Chainsaw Man the movie, and that shit was awesome. So I don't know if y'all have seen Chainsaw Man, but or know anything about Chainsaw Man, but you know, it's about a dude who is has a chainsaw for a head. Yep, but it's not that simple. It gets a little bit more complicated than that. See, on the surface, it looks just like a dude with a chainsaw on its head. On the bottom though, underneath on the bubbling surface of the where the metaphor starts and the reality of the show begins, there's a nice little conundrum going on where the main character is just trying to exist and trying to be wanted, but he is constantly used and abused by every woman in his life. But the movie, the art just it was amazing. I don't even know how to really explain it, because it was just like they were doing things I haven't seen done in anime yet, or things that I've seen done in anime, but I wanted it to be done more, and they did it in the perfect way. And just like the fact that Chainsaw Man is just perfect for movies. Tatsuki Fujimoto, the author of Chainsaw Man, he just is really good at making it seem like you're watching like a big blockbuster Hollywood film, even when you're reading it. So when you're actually watching it, it flows so well together. Like I watched the compilation movies that came out a week and a half before the movie came out, just so I could like refresh myself on the first season of the anime. And I've read the manga too. I have the first part. I have part one. Then I'm waiting for part two to end. But I watched it, and the compilation is like just a bunch. It's all the episodes, just like, as one, but it flows so well. As a movie, there's no moments where you feel like you're just getting too much tension. The tension's always eased, or when the big fight's coming, and it's very like flowy, like a movie in the right kind of way. Me and my wife went to go see Dandadan Evil Eye in theaters earlier this year, and that was just like very frustrating because it was just so much at once. You could tell that the fact that it was going to be a movie was an afterthought, and that was just a thing they did. They just push it together. But when you get things like the Chainsaw Man movie or Demon Slayer, which I haven't seen Demon Slayer because I like Demon Slayer, but I'm gonna wait for it to come out if that's possible. I think it's gonna come out at some point, but if not, there are ways. But what I to say is that Chainsaw Man, I gotta see that again. That movie was awesome. Let me see something really fast. I think I can, let's see if I can share something about Chainsaw Man really fast, because it's just, I just want to talk about just, exactly, everything was done right. Like, I don't know if you know the character Reize from, Chainsaw Man, but she comes into Denji's life Denji's already lost. And she actually likes him, or so he thinks. And they have a connection. She teaches him how to swim, and just the tragedy of their lives because they have to eventually come into confrontation with each other. Just peak. Just peak. Honestly, I don't have much else to say about it. If you get a chance, you need to go see the movie. Support it. It's already in the top 100 of Japanese films of all time. It's been beating out everything. Been beating out that Sydney Sweeney shit that came out this weekend. After Sydney Sweeney came out to be a white supremacist or shit's failing. This is the time of anime movies. Anime is on top. We're going to keep going. We're going to get all those weirdos out of the fucking medium. We're going to keep pushing with the awesomeness, the art, the music, the culture. Just, we're on the ups. Let's see here. But yeah, I think that I'm going to try to, let's see here. I think I need to start I need to, hold on one second, I need to start this other stream. Because one of these I think that's live now. I just need to start it, I think. Alright, there it goes. Oh crap, looks like I never switched back on Twitch. Let's see. But yeah, it was sick, man. Like, those are my favorites. But anywho, if you're on Twitch, welcome. If you're on TikTok, welcome. Like, subscribe. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok at the moment right now. So if you're watching, get on that, because I'm gonna try to make these streams more frequent. I've just had issues. The past month has just been pretty busy. The government shutdown has been affecting a lot of people. Been just trying to get out in the neighborhood, help, get in contact with my local community. Just trying to be there for your neighbor and be there for everyone that needs it, and not, cut myself off. And sometimes cutting yourself off means making less content, as far as like cutting myself off from the internet and prioritizing real life and internet. I mean, I would love this to be my full-time job, but I can't do that right now, so I have to also live in the real world. But hopefully one day that will change. So let's see. So yeah, let's see here. I just want to talk a little bit more about the Chainsaw Man movie, and then we'll get into some games. So, Chainsaw Man the movie raised ARC staff on how they hope the film contributes to the movement of Japanese animation. Manobu Otsuka, Yusuke Tanawa, and Masato Nakazono discussed the Chainsaw Man movie with Crunchyroll. Yeah, just like this sequence, this is from a sequence with the dude who did the, I think Kickback, it's from Kenzo, Kickback. Yep, Kenshi Yonezu did Kickback, and he also did the Iris Out song for Chainsaw Man as well. Man, this song goes hard, and it also just like the way it just like the beginning has its own opening. The movie has its own opening. Like, that's something I haven't seen. Where opening in the movie, just like any other like a movie where like you get an opening. It was like things they're doing, not like just like a random scenes that are avant-garde. It all ties into everything. Just like the way Denji's experiencing everything. Just like, I don't know, man. This movie hit me in a different kind of way. Like, I've seen a lot of anime movies from the time, and I even have issues with anime just being like anime movies always being canon now, because I remember the golden age of anime movies where we just get anime movies that were just like not canon, and they just be random things that happen and they would have nothing to do with the actual show. But I think we're a little bit past that. I think now we've gotten to an age where arcs, the biggest arcs of anime, are now being the popular animes are being expected to be adapted into full-length feature films, and I think that on one hand that's a good thing, but I do think on the other hand, if the expectation is always going to be this high, there's going to be a lot of disappointment from a lot of like shows. Like people are already like wanting the next Dandadan arc to be a movie, like the Space Globalist arc, which it's going to be crazy. Like don't get me wrong, like the Space Globalist arc is. Hey Pizza Man, what's going on? Thanks for dropping in. But yeah, and the next Don Don arc is going to be very, very insane. It's going to be like, we learn about Vamola, where she came from, the Sumerians, all that good stuff. But does it have to be a movie? And I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, the Chainsaw Man movie was amazing. But will every anime movie be able to replicate and do that? Or should we just, temper it and every now and then have an anime movie that if we think it's worthy of adaptation, or if the anime studio thinks it's worthy of adaptation of a movie, they can do whatever they want to it. I don't think like the Demon Slayer, because personally I don't like the Demon Slayer route of making 3 movies 2 years apart. So people like myself, I'll be 40 when the Demon Slayer movie comes out. The last one comes out for Infinity Castle. So like I don't think that that's cool or tenable, I would say. Like, I don't know. I want to hear other people's thoughts about that. I think that things like this, where I think Chainsaw Man Season 1, a lot of people had a lot of complaints about it because they didn't like the art style, because they were like, oh, it's too cinematic. But then that also played into the movie with its art style and the way it's just set up and the way it's like, its own world. There's shit going on in Chainsaw Man. Like you feel like you can walk down the street outside of what's going on in Denji's life and like just explore the actual world. Like that the Soviet in this world, USSR never fell apparently. The Soviet Union's there. China's there. The US has like the Gun Devil is like a major theme in the Chainsaw Man universe, which I want to bring that back to that. The next season is season 2. So the Reze arc was a giant season. It's like that would be like a volume and a half. I think it's like volume 6. All the volume, half of volume 6, all of volume 7. And so all that to say, I think that the next arc with the Gun Devil is going to be great. And I don't think it needs a movie. It doesn't need a movie. I think the fact that Chainsaw Man Season 1 didn't do as well as Mappa thought, and they decided to keep going with it and decided to make the next one a movie, I think that played very well into Mappa's hands. So, hopefully, that's just something that we... Hold on, let me see something really fast. And hopefully that's just something that gets, like I said, hopefully things like Chainsaw Man become more prevalent in movies, but at the same time, I don't want it to be like a gimmick. Like Demon Slayer, where you get 3 movies in 6 years. Obvious cash grab. So, 3 years after the series' TV debut, Chainsaw Man fans are able to check out the explosive new arc in theaters. Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze arc, continues Denji's story. Sees the familiar return of familiar faces, introduces brand new ones like the titular Reze, and fleshes out characters who we only caught a glimpse of in Season 1, like the Angel Devil. Crunchyroll News sat down, and by the way, I hate Crunchyroll, but this is the only source right now. And Minobu Asuka is a piece of shit. Let's just be honest. He has ran everyone in Mappa into the ground, pretty much. He's one of the reasons that, like, I don't know, the last season of Jujutsu Kaisen wasn't even, like, completely finished the way it's supposed to, because they took on so many projects that people were, like, sleeping at their desks, not be able to go home, having mental breakdowns in the studio. Just some actually horrible shit. What's going on, Manuel? Doing good? See, I'm wondering, are these real people when they just pop up in the like, I'll get like random people who will start talking or commenting in the comments, and I'm like Pizza Man, And then like Manuel Vargas, it's like they'll say hello or they'll say the same thing twice, and then they'll be gone forever. And I'll comment like almost immediately after they say something, and I'll do a little shout out there. But it just seems like I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But anyway, but Manobu Atsuka is like horrible. Yeah, we'll get back into that guy at some point. But so to jump to the excitement of this series, the first film, MAPPA hosted its first booth at NYCC and took the time to New York Comic Con and took the time to talk more about the movie's release, the process of animating Reze arc versus the TV series, and what the fans hope to take away in this exclusive interview. Masato Nakazoto. Of course, I'm very excited. Okay, firstly, I'd like to say congratulations on the release of the Chainsaw Man movie. How does it feel after 3 years to premiere the series' first animated film? And Masato Nakazono went on to say, of course, I'm very excited, but at the same time, very nervous to present this as a single film. However, many of the staff members have been involved since the series, and together as one united team, we were able to bring the film to life. So I'm really looking forward to it. And Yusuke Tanaka said, I feel great and the joy to be able to share the world of Chainsaw Man once again with the audience. This theatrical film is not merely an extension of the TV series, but a challenge to push our visual expression to the next level. Which they pushed that vision insanely to the next level. Let me just tell you that. Like, the Chainsaw Man movie probably has some of the best animation you will see in an animated movie. Ghibli style. I'm saying some of the art is just gets so surreal. There's a, spoiler warning, there's a tornado fight, and it is so chaotic. But it's chaotic to a point where you actually feel like you're in the tornado or be switching back and forth from third person to first person. It's just beautiful. But you don't know what's really going on, just like you wouldn't really know what's going on in a tornado. And Reza just throwing bombs at Ninja in this tornado, and there was a big giant baby demon, and yeah, Chainsaw Man. But yeah, definitely go see it if you have a chance. But we've kept fans almost waiting for 3 years, but we've poured our hearts into this to make sure that this was worth the wait and to create something truly special. We felt like we had to present something extraordinary, so the creative team worked really hard, and we were happy to present this movie. I'm saying the soundtrack, the art, everything in this movie was perfect. It's very rare when I'm like, man, this is perfect. No, this movie was perfect. I saw it in IMAX like last week. Like I could just keep watching it. Like there was no point when I was like, this sucks. The emotional, and there's just this song called "In the Sea" from the soundtrack about Kensuke Ushio. He also does the soundtrack for Don Don and Devilman Crybaby. That dude, it's just he's just a fucking titan in anime soundtracks and OSTs, to be honest. But everything was just so good and well thought out. The lighting, the way the characters moved, the way the characters' faces and the expressions. I'm truly blown away from that movie. That movie literally changed me. But it's funny because there's the ironic part in the movie where Denji and Makima keep going to movies for like, they go to like an all-day movie date, and like just like one movie can change your whole life. And yeah, I think that movie was definitely one of those movies. So I just I don't know. Let's see here. Just checking on some things on the. Let's see. Okay. Alright. So. I'm thinking it's about time to start some games. Let me see if I can get everything set up here. So I think I'm gonna play No More Heroes tonight. It's a Switch game that well, it's actually came out in the Wii U a long time ago when I was a youngin, about 20 years ago. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty much an unk on the internet right now. Unfortunately, once you get over 30, you become an unk status, or whatever the kids are calling it. I realized I didn't really change my screen just now, but let me see something really fast. Gaming. Okay. So I'm pretty sure. Here's the game. Okay. I guess I was playing. So we're gonna switch over on here too. Yeah, I'm playing on a Switch too, by the way. So judge me if you want to. I don't care. We'll be having some fun when I get Metroid next month. So then y'all care. Then you'll be like, oh, cool. So let's see what's going on here. I'm pretty sure there's like instructions for the first Switch too. Marvelous. Yeah, this is one of my. This game is, you know.
Hi, this is Diane from Tech Videos. We're calling to let you know you're overdue on returning one of our videos. It's titled Air Force One: The First Plane Return to the Mile High Club.
Mr. Touchdown, your UAA registration is complete.
Yeah, this dude's a piece of shit. But I mean, what do you expect from a game called No More Heroes?
Nice work. You are on the fast track to the top. Keep it up. And long.
So I'm gonna make a sound. So, my next thing for the channel is I'm going to make a sound board. Like, so the next time I'm on, we're gonna get a soundboard. So I'm trying to actually figure out where to go. I forgot. Let's see, drawer, telephone. I think that. No. I think I need to restart this from the beginning. How do I do that? Let me see something.
There are no messages.
Okay, just hold on 1 second. I gotta figure out how to do this. Okay. Let's figure this out. Gotta figure this out because I really don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Ah, data. New game. Okay. My little girl's over there asleep with the... Okay. Let's do this. Okay. This makes way more sense. Because this dude runs down the stairs. So let me put this out there real fast, and I'm streaming.
I know a lot of gamers out there don't have much patience. At least that's what Bishop, the dude at the video store, said. So I'm at the registry, and then I realized I got no money. I was seriously broke. Why? Because I met this smoking hot chick last night at the deathmatch bar. Man, she smelled good. So being the gentleman I am,